What's up? It's Jared from Vandalistic Vlogs, and today I have come across a article from ABC News on their website reading Firearms laws must change to protect farm workers and others, says pastoralist. Now, you might think that this has actually anything to do with firearms laws, because he says, he's gonna try and figure out a way to change the laws to protect his business. And, obviously, is something's happening that's affecting this guy, his livelihood. And, farmers across Australia do have it pretty tough. But let's see what the key points of the story are. Pilbara pastoralist Michael Thompson says there are more trespassers than ever, causing thousands of dollars of damage every year. Okay. How exactly does changing firearm laws stop people from breaking completely unrelated laws? Those being private property laws and trespass. I'm gonna hazard a guess and say fucking not at all. A University of Sydney study finds Australians are more likely to die from firearm-related incidents in rural areas than in cities. No shit, Sherlock, that's because you've made it really hard for everybody to own firearms, especially in places like Sydney, and it's really only for, farmers that have the majority of firearms. And then you've got idiots that get their hands on things and go out into places they're not supposed to be. And good job if you get shot trespassing on somebody's property. In 2019, there were more than 880,000 registered firearms in New South Wales alone. Well, here's hoping they get their numbers up. So basically, this bloke, Michael Thompson, is complaining about the fact that people are going on to his property without informing him to hunt or, maybe just to shoot. It says that cattle producer estimates trespassers have cost him more than $250,000 of financial damages, including fence repairs, broken locks, and other infrastructure costs over the past decade. Well, Michael, Mr. Thompson, Mick, what has that got to do with firearms laws? Okay, so that's pretty brilliant. And as we go down through here, that's a nice look at that. Firearm assaults in major cities occurred at a rate of 0.8% per 1,000 people. Wow, what point are you trying to make there? Really? So, if pastorists had a choice, Mr. Thompson says, I don't think there would be one out there that wouldn't stand up and say no to firearms. Except, what has that got to do with it? We need to stop taking the behaviour of a minuscule amount of the population and then blanket, I'm losing my train of thought. my train of thought. But stop making rules based on the actions of just such a small infinitesimal percentage of the population, and just fuck things up for other people. Like, why not make the penalties for the things that they're actually doing, trespass, damage to private property, make those harsher? But how does changing gun laws stop people from doing things like this? Again, spoilers for the end of this story, it doesn't, because that's stupid. Should Australia rethink its gun culture? What gun culture? They're putting out these numbers. In 2019, the New South Wales Firearms Registry recorded 239,963 licence holders and more than 880,000 registered firearms. What does that mean? Is everybody in New South Wales dead because of these figures? Is gun crime a massive problem in New South Wales? They got more problem not spreading bloody COVID around. You're more likely to die from slipping in the shower than you are from being shot in a violent attack or, negligent discharge in New South Wales. Until now, firearm-related violence has not been extensively studied in Australia, but the University of Sydney has changed that. Cool. Like, what are they even talking about? You're like, somebody committed a crime. An offence, whatever, of trespass, of damage to private property. And those people had firearms. But the firearms weren't cause of the damage, it was coincidental, right? But now they want stricter gun laws to prevent non-firearms related issues? What are you actually even talking about? Anyway, this is just me having another little spaz. Maybe this is what my YouTube channel will become. Just being annoyed about things. Again, I guess I did this once before. Anyway. God bless. Look after each other, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.